we need 5 guys. Bro, can we even name those? The first 2 guys that come to mind immediately for me would be like Lashley and Drew.
Yeah.
Okay,
those are
Lashley
my
and
first
Drew
two,
are
yeah.
on the All-Star team.
So WarGames is coming back on November 26th at the TD Gatton in Boston. So NXT has claimed the rights, so to speak, to WarGames for a few years now. I'm a big traditional wrestling fan, man. I like this. I like the WarGames coming back. So, in your opinion, should the Bloodline be a part of this WarGames? I guess debut really in the WWE.
Absolutely, because of everything we're talking about, bro. Star power.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we're talking about here today. And those guys are the star power right now of the entire company. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt, they need to be part of this event. Bro, I don't watch SmackDown, but I'm looking at these numbers growing. And, bro, let's face it, it's because of them. It's because of that headline act. That's why it is, bro. So, yes, that headline act needs to be a part of it.
And I agree. And it goes back to our theme is that, if you have a really, really good headline act, people are going to see the headline act and they're going to see the openers as a result of seeing the headliner.
Yep.
And if you don't have a good headliner, people aren't going to care about the openers. You might have a couple family members that be like, hey, Vince Russo's playing, on Thursday night, I'll go, but that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get that, just kind of mass, of people coming into an event. And I think with SmackDown, and I, SmackDown's much better than Raw is. I think with SmackDown, you have a star power with Roman Reigns to have that good headliner, and people are seeing what's happening with the Bloodline, with Sami Zayn, just kind of going from a lackey to an honorary Uso type of deal. And whatever happens within SmackDown are like the opener to that big event. And and people on SmackDown are getting a better spotlight because of that. So with that being said, who should you had some thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, bro. The funny thing is, as we stay along this music theme, bro, how many times throughout the history of rock and roll do the openers steal the show?
Absolutely.
Bro, Kiss had a reputation in the early 70s of stealing the show, whereas the headliners wouldn't book them anymore because they couldn't follow the opening act. Now, I ask you this question. What opening acts today are stealing the show? Name one opening act on Raw or SmackDown or AEW. Name one that is stealing the show. Name one.
As far as stealing the show, that's a stretch. That's a big stretch.
I mean, AEW, bro, you could throw guys out like, I don't know, if we're not considering MJF a headliner yet, if we're not considering like Darby Allin, okay, maybe those guys are an opening act that are garnering some attention.
Wardlow.
I can't name one person in the WWE. I watch Raw for 3 hours. I can't name one person. I'm being serious.
Yeah. Who would you even say the headliner for Raw is?
Wow, that's a great question, bro. I don't know. That's a great question, bro. Who are the Rolling Stones of Raw? Who?
Nobody. Because Reigns camps on SmackDown. He has both
Damage
belts.
Control.
There you go.
Is Bayley Mick Jagger?
No. She's
Bro,
Stevie
that's
Nicks.
a great question, Chris. When you put it like that, who is the headliner of Raw?
Nobody.
Wow, that's
nobody. There's no headliner on Raw. That's the problem.
That's the problem, bro.
The ratings are going down because there's nobody to come to the show for. That's
it in a nutshell, bro.
So I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay home. So who should the Bloodline face? Based on if we have 5, if it's a 5-on-5 deal, you would have Reigns, the Usos, Zayn, and Solo Sikoa. Looks like they're feuding against whatever, tag team wins the 15th number one contender match, and then Zayn it's it's kind of all over the place. I wonder if they brought in Zayn on Raw as kind of like a preemptive thing to go against for AJ possibly to be a part of a team. I just don't know. Again, I don't know who it is. Say for instance, let's keep this music theme. If you were doing two big headline bands, right? Like you're doing double you're doing double duty. You're hiking the ticket prices up because we've got Journey and Styx coming in, right? And so right now, if the Bloodline's Journey, who sticks?
Bro,
Like,
here's
who can they go against?
here's the only thing, and we're gonna have a very hard time with this. So there's 5 guys on the team.
Yep.
Okay.
5-on-5.
Say, bro, for argument's sake, the Bloodline are going to take on the WWE All-Star team.
Okay.
For argument's sake, we need 5 guys. Bro, can we even name those? The first 2 guys that come to mind immediately for me would be like Lashley and Drew.
Yeah.
Okay,
those are
Lashley
my
and
first
Drew
two,
are
yeah.
on the All-Star team.
I would do 5 baby faces. So let's do Lashley, Drew, and AJ. I'll put AJ in there too. And then probably New Day.
But is AJ even at that level?
All-Star?
Right
No.
now, bro? Is
Not
he even
anymore.
at that level right now?
I'd perhaps bring Brock back.
Bro, you would have to. Bro, can I tell you who the team would have to be, unfortunately? I'll tell you who the team would have to be, unfortunately. And one guy I'm throwing in there who's on the fringe. Bro, this is who the All-Star team would have to be. Lashley, McIntyre, Brock, Goldberg.
Yeah.
And the only guy on the fringe that I would put on there would be Riddle.
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro. If you say 5 baby faces,
yeah,
that's my team.
Yeah, I think with I'm not really bought into Riddle that much, but I can see why you said that just because of him being one of the most kind of highlighted baby faces in on wrestling right now in wrestling. I think that this All-Star team of baby faces that could really set up Bray versus Reigns, and I think that this whole thing should be for the point of post Survivor Series starting the program between Bray and Reigns. So I think that would be ideal. You have Drew and Goldberg and Brock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It could start a lot of lot of angles. Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I agree. I think this is a pretty cool thing. You're welcome, WWE, because this seems pretty appealing because the theme, the lost theme of professional wrestling is that there are no more rock stars, man.
Yes, that's it, bro. That is, and you know what they would do, bro? Here's what they would do. Their version of this would be, oh, bro, we're gonna have a tournament to see who the 5 guys are, and bro, we're gonna wind up with Kevin Owens, Austin Theory. See that's no, bro.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of having like a contest, like a local contest to see who headlines a show.
Bro, we gotta really start talking about getting asses back in seats, man. We gotta what is that going to take?
Yeah,
that's what we gotta start with, bro.
Yes, indeed. This guy puts butts in seats, that's for sure. Vince Russo. The numbers don't lie. That's the Are you blowing your bicep up?
I apologize to Sportskeeda.
The bicep blower right here, Vince Russo. Dr. Chris.
I apologize to everybody. I'm just